One player benched more than a small car's weight, while another outlifted powerlifter in World's Strongest Man contests. These are the strongest players in the NFL history. 1. Larry Allen. Larry Allen's one of the strongest NFL players of all time. Allen was benching 500-plus pounds in 1994 by the time he left college. Not bad for a college kid. While dominating the offensive line in 1998 for the Dallas Cowboys, Larry Allen was benching more than 600 pounds and quitting 800 pounds. In a video, Allen is seen benching 600, 635, 675, and 705 pounds in the Cowboys' weight room. To put things into context, only 6 men in history have officially bench pressed 700 or more raw, without a bench shirt. On top of that, when Allen retired from the NFL, his PR was 715. Larry Allen would have made a darn good powerlifter for sure. A 7-time first-team All-Pro and 11-time Pro Bowler, Larry earned the Strongest Man in the NFL title and was elected into the Football Hall of Fame. 2. John Kolb. This 6'2", 260-pound offensive lineman spent 13 seasons in the league thanks to his ability to treat defenders like ragdolls. He was so strong that he reportedly was squatting over 700 pounds back then. Stories of Kolb's strength are much more than weight room tales too. Back in his day, CBS used to hold World's Strongest Man contests on TV during NFL off-seasons, and Kolb finished 4th in 78 and 79. On both occasions, he only finished behind powerlifters or weightlifters. Like the majority of players on this list, his strength was not fleeting, as he maintained it throughout his career. In his final season in the league, the same year he turned 34, Kolb won CBS's Strongest Man in Football contest. Fittingly, he later became a strength and conditioning coach for the Steelers. 3. Aaron Donald. Probably most of you already expected to see the Los Angeles Rams defensive tackle Aaron Donald on the list, right? Donald has long been known as one of the league's most jacked defensive tackles that we've ever seen. The guy is constantly throwing offensive linemen aside on each play to attack the ball carrier with ease. I mean, there's a reason he racked up over 20 sacks during a year when opposing offenses would triple team him on the line of scrimmage. To make it even more apparent that he's the strongest around, most of his training regimens involve dangerous exercises, such as the one where his trainer literally swings a knife at him. Plus, the one we saw recently where Donald places his hand on a teammate's throat and chokes him as he moves back and forth on the field. Talking about his weightlifting regime, Donald's current listed personal record on the bench press is 500 pounds. The greatest number of reps he's been able to do at the largest weight was 35 reps, with each of them weighing 225 pounds. 4. J.J. Watt. It's a shame that we haven't been able to see him at his peak form for the last few years, but J.J. Watt is with no doubt something else in the weight room when he's healthy. J.J. is simply moving opposing players out of his way with ease on his way to the ball carrier. It is reported that he can squat nearly 700 pounds and clear a 61-inch box jump. Not to mention that J.J. is one of the few players in the league history to post a 20-sack season, even recording multiple throughout his historic playing career in the NFL. The 6'5", 288-pound defensive end has his max recorded bench press set at 34 reps of 225 pounds. He can come into his 2022 season fully healthy and ready to perform at a high level. We're going to see the true strength of Watt once again. 5. James Harrison. Deemed too small, James Harrison, who played all but one of his 13 full seasons with the Pittsburgh Steelers, was released 3 times his rookie year and cut by the Ravens his second year. But back on the Steelers, his weight room ethic turned him into an All-Pro and Defensive Player of the Year in his 30s. A workout video in 2017, when Harrison was the football ancient age of 39, chronicled some of his amazing weight room feats, including 675-pound hip thrusts, 315-pound hang cleans, 315-pound reverse lunges, 405-pound decline presses, and 225-pound overhead triceps extensions, all for 3 or more reps. Harrison did 1,800-pound sled pushes on field turf, which is like pushing 5 or 6 O-linemen. Even in retirement and in his mid-40s, he's posted videos of himself benching 500 pounds or more. 6. DK Metcalf. Just one look at Metcalf will give you all the information you're going to be looking for as to why he's on this list. Metcalf is one of the most built wideouts that are in the league. He's got a freakish combination of speed and strength, making him nearly unguardable when he starts to find himself a rhythm. Metcalf has admitted to training with strength coaches roughly twice a day for the first few years he was getting into football, and utilized those efforts coming into the NFL. He also competed in the Olympics in the 100-meter and finished with a 10.37 second time. The 6'4", 235-pound specimen was able to bench 27 reps of 225 pounds at one point. 7. Saquon Barkley. Born in an athletic family, Saquon Barkley's been a star footballer since his high school days. Although Barkley chose NFL as his career, he also played basketball and track and has won several awards in both sports. Being the star he is, Barkley has several records under his belt, including most career rushing touchdowns, rushing yards, and most total yards. He won these titles playing for the Penn State college football team in 2015. When Barkley was at Penn State, his teammates say that he would absolutely humiliate everyone when he walked in the weight room. These days, he's known to do 700-pound squats and carry a 225-pound trap bar up a steep hill as part of his workouts. Saquon Barkley entered the 2018 NFL Draft and signed a $32 million contract with the New York Giants the very same year. Barkley was named the top 100 players of 2019 by the NFL. 8. Andrew Billings. Billings finds himself on the Las Vegas Raiders as a defensive tackle. The 6'1", 333-pound beast has set a ridiculous amount of weightlifting career highs that truly showcase what he's working with in terms of absolute strength and power. His best bench press was set at 31 reps of 225 pounds, a little bit more than the incredible one DK Metcalf posted. That's not all though. Billings broke a Texas State high school weightlifting record that stood for 22 years when he squatted for 805 pounds. On top of that, he benched 500 pounds and deadlifted 705 pounds. All three of those combined for a whopping 2,010 pounds in total. Want to know the only person who had the record for those 22 years? That would be Mark Henry, the classified world's strongest man. 9. Vernon Davis. Vernon Davis is a freak of nature. Not only is he fast, but he's also strong like a bull. While in college, Vernon benched 460 pounds, squatted 685 pounds, and power cleaned 355 pounds for 3 reps. At the NFL Combine, Davis completed the 40-yard dash in 4.38 seconds and benched 225 pounds for 33 reps. That's the speed of a top wide receiver and the high rep strength of a top defensive lineman. Apart from being one of the strongest NFL players, Vernon Davis is a fan of bodybuilding and regularly posts his training videos online for his fans to follow. 10. Terry Long. Long was undersized during his high school days and played only a half season of high school football. He caught the lifting bug in the Army Special Forces, where he was packing on 100 pounds and shoving up 405-pound bench presses. After a 2-year service, Terry entered a powerlifting meet to prove his strength to the NFL teams. He ended up squatting 837.7 pounds, benching 501.5 pounds, and deadlifting 865.3 pounds. Long claims that he has squatted 900 pounds and benched 565 pounds in training, and he would have smashed the powerlifting world record if he was not drafted into the NFL. Sadly, after an 8-year successful run in the NFL, Terry Long's career came to a sudden end due to a steroid violation. He took his own life in 2005 at age 45. Terry will go down in history as one of the strongest NFL players of all time. 11. Bob Young. In his 16-season NFL career, Bob Young played for 5 different teams. He was a weightlifting fan and is said to have deadlifted 800 pounds and squatted 500 pounds for 22 reps. Bob's era was known as the NFL steroid era, and he was an admitted user. In 1977, Young competed in the inaugural World's Strongest Man competition. He finished in second place behind weightlifter Bruce Wilhelm, who outweighed him by more than 50 pounds. You could call him the pound-for-pound strongest man of his era. Bob Young won the squat event at the WSM. They used girls in cages as weights. Young finished 5th in the 1979 WSM. In 1980, Bob was the second strongest man in football. Bob tragically died of a heart attack at the age of 52 in 1995.